All right, diving right in. Today we're taking a deep dive into the stuff surrounding Blue Eye Samurai. It looks like we're not the only ones seriously hyped for season 2.
Yeah, it seems like everyone's buzzing about this show, and, for good reason. This show that's set during Japan's Edo period, it's got this whole, samurai warrior thing going on, but with a twist, right?
Totally.
We've got Mizu, who is, this badass, half-white, half-Japanese warrior woman, and she's on this, revenge mission. She's after these 4 white dudes, one of whom might actually be, get this, her father.
Whoa.
Season 1, man, it totally blew up. People were raving about it, critics loved it, and now we're all just dying to know what's next. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to break down everything we know about season 2, why it got renewed so fast, who's behind it, when we might actually get to see it, and what Mizu's going to be up to. The whole 9 yards.
Okay, so first things first. I mean, the speed of that renewal, right? Blue Eye Samurai basically got the green light for season 2 before the first season even finished airing.
Yeah.
That's got to be some kind of record for Netflix. It's almost like they knew it was going to be a smash hit before anyone else did.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. And I think a lot of it has to do with the crazy positive response it got right out of the gate. I mean, from both viewers and critics.
Right.
Vanity Fair, they straight up called it one of the best shows of 2023.
That's huge.
You don't get much better than that. And when you see that level of praise, I think it's pretty clear that Netflix is fully invested in this show, They're betting big on it.
And it kind of feels like this renewal is part of a bigger trend we've been noticing, right? Netflix seems to be doubling down on adult animation, especially with some of their other big shows in that category coming to an end.
Yeah, I'd say so. You think about shows like Big Mouth, or Inside Joe. Both of those just wrapped up. It's almost I don't know, it's like they're making space for a new champion, And Blue Eye Samurai, it fits the bill perfectly.
Totally. It makes sense, right? It's got the action, it's got the drama, it's got those gorgeous visuals. And I think that little teaser trailer they dropped with the Vanity Fair quote and all that, it just screams confidence, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. They're not messing around.
So let's talk about the masterminds behind all this, the creators, Amber Noizumi and Michael Green. What are they planning for season 2? Where are they taking this story?
Well, from what I've gathered, they're super committed to staying true to the Edo period setting. They want to keep things authentic, historically accurate, but also visually stunning. They've talked about how much they appreciate everyone who worked on the show, the animators, the historians, the musicians, the martial arts experts, the actors, of course, and even the fans. They're grateful for all the support, and they seem genuinely excited to continue telling Mizu's story.
And I gotta say, after all that crazy action in season 1, I'm kind of curious to see what they have planned in terms of, more action.
Don't worry. From what I've heard, there's definitely going to be more of that. They've even hinted at more bloodbaths in season 2. So, yeah, it sounds like Mizu's journey is going to be just as intense and violent as ever.
Oh, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, and they've also made it clear that they have a great working relationship with Netflix, so they're feeling really good about having that freedom to, explore their creative vision.
That's great to hear. But let's get to the part that's probably on everyone's mind. The release date, or at least a timeline.
Yeah.
We know it got renewed super fast, but I have a feeling we might be in for a bit of a wait.
Yeah, that's fair. You got to remember that this show has a really unique animation style, and that takes time. It's not just slapping some drawings together.
Right.
The showrunners are going for this super intricate 2D, 3D hybrid thing. They're working with Blue Spirit, this amazing French studio, and their goal is to make the animation feel get this, a moving painting. It's super ambitious, and when you consider that, plus the fact that each character is designed after, bunraku puppets, which are these incredibly detailed Japanese puppets, well, yeah, it's going to take some time.
That makes sense. And I mean, season 1 took, 3 years to make?
Exactly. It was announced in 2020, and we didn't get to see it until 2023.
Right.
So, yeah, if we're being realistic, season 2 probably won't be dropping anytime soon, maybe late next year, maybe even later. Patience is key, my friend.
Patience is definitely a virtue when it comes to good animation. And you know what else is interesting about this show? It's not based on any manga or light novel or anything like that, is it?
Nope. This is an original story. And I think that gives the creators a lot of freedom to take the narrative wherever they want. They're not limited by any pre-existing source material.
Totally. And it sounds like they've got some pretty big plans for this world, too.
Yeah, from what I've heard, they've already mapped out a potential 4-season arc, and there's even talk of a spin-off series, although nothing official has been confirmed yet.
Wow, 4 seasons. That's Quite a commitment from Netflix, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, most of their shows tend to run for like 2 or 3 seasons max.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you've got your exceptions, of course, like Big Mouth, which has been going strong for ages. But for the most part, yeah, 2 or 3 seasons is pretty standard.
So for Blue Eye Samurai to get that early renewal and for the creators to be talking about 4 seasons, it really feels like they're in it for the long haul, you know?
Yeah, I'd say so. It's exciting, right, to think that this story has so much potential and that Netflix is willing to let it unfold naturally.
Definitely. Okay, so let's talk about what we actually know about season 2. We left off with Mizu setting sail for London after taking down some of her enemies in Japan. Oh, and she also has that guy, Abijah Fowler, with her, right? The one who's not her father but might have some clues.
Right. So it sounds like London is going to be a major setting in season 2. And I think that's going to be super interesting, seeing Mizu in this completely new environment. I mean, she's already an outsider in Japan, but now she's going to be in a totally different culture with different customs, different values. I mean, it's going to be a whole new world for her.
Imagine her walking the cobblestone streets of London, maybe with those gas lamps flickering in the background. It's so different from the traditional Japanese architecture and the bustling marketplaces of Edo.
I know, right? Such a vivid contrast. And I'm wondering how that's going to affect her, her worldview, her sense of identity. I mean, she's half white, half Japanese, and she's been raised in Japan, but now she's going to the heart of like Western civilization. It's bound to shake things up for her.
Absolutely. And it's not just about Mizu, right? We're also going to see more from the other characters. That's something that creators have emphasized.
Yeah, they've said that the side characters are going to have more screen time, which is awesome. And, the question on everyone's mind is, will Ringo go with Mizu to London? I mean, their friendship was such a highlight of season 1, and I think a lot of people are hoping to see them continue their adventures together.
Okay, so who's going to be bringing this all to life? Obviously, we know the creators are back, but what about the rest of the team?
Well, the good news is that most of the key players are returning. Amber Noizumi and Michael Green, of course, and Jane Wu, who directed and produced season 1. Erwin Stoff is also back as executive producer. And get this, the animation is still being handled by Blue Spirit, so we can definitely expect the same level of visual artistry.
That's fantastic. And the voice actors? Any news on that front?
Well, there hasn't been an official announcement yet, but it's pretty safe to assume that most, if not all, of the original cast will be back. And since we're going to London, we're probably going to see some new characters, which means some new voices too. I'm excited to see who they cast.
I mean, we can't talk about season 2 without mentioning just how well received the first season was. It was a massive critical and commercial success.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's almost unheard of. And it's got like an 8.7 rating on IMDb.
Seriously. Those are crazy good numbers.
And it's not just the critics. Fans are going nuts for this show. I saw this one comment on Reddit where someone described it as an immaculate, true visual masterpiece with a story that really grabs you. It's like people are recognizing that animation can be just as powerful and moving as any other kind of storytelling.
Yeah, it's not just for kids anymore. And the action, the fight scenes, they were so well choreographed and visually stunning.
Absolutely. I think that's one of the things that really sets this show apart. It's both beautiful and brutal.
Speaking of the production, we did hear that there were some challenges during the making of season 1, right?
Yeah, apparently they hit a bit of a rough patch early on with scheduling and budget issues. They even said they were in panic mode for a while.
Oh, wow. That's kind of crazy to think about considering how amazing the final product turned out to be.
I know, right? It just goes to show that even with the most talented people and the best intentions, things can get messy. But they pulled it off, and I have no doubt they'll do the same for season 2.
So 6 episodes instead of 8. Do we know why they made that decision?
Not officially, no. But it could be related to those production challenges they mentioned, Maybe they felt like they could tell a more focused and impactful story in 6 episodes rather than trying to stretch things out over 8.
That makes sense. Quality over quantity, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so the big question everyone wants answered. When is season 2 actually coming out?
Well, the official release date is still a mystery, but Netflix has said that it's aiming for a 2026 release window.
2026. All right, so we've got some time to kill.
Yeah, but hey, at least we know it's coming. And based on everything we've discussed, it's going to be worth the wait.
To wrap things up, it looks like Blue Eye Samurai Season 2 is on track for a 2026 release. It's going to be shorter, with 6 episodes instead of 8, but we're still going to get more of that incredible action, those stunning visuals, and Mizu's journey in a whole new setting, London.
Yeah, and with the creators having such a clear vision for the story, I think we're in for a real treat.
Definitely. And you know what? I'm curious to hear what you, our listener, think. Given everything we've learned about Mizu's quest for revenge, her exploration of her own identity, and now this whole new cultural context of London, what do you think will be the biggest themes or challenges she'll face in season two? What are you most excited to see explored? Let us know, because we're dying to know.
Until then, stay tuned and keep those katanas sharp.
We'll be back with more deep dive soon.
See you then.
Bye.